When is too much too much? To find out, we crammed everything into Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island.
When Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island came out in 1995, it would be the last time in a long time before a 2D Mario game had any soul in it. In 2006, New Super Mario Bros. Came out on the Nintendo DS, and it seemed like that would be the template for the foreseeable future. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Super Mario Bros. 2 for 3DS, and the Wii U's New Super Mario Bros. U were not bad games, but they all felt like generic 2D Mario games. All of these felt cold and sterile, like they came off a soulless assembly line. Putting each side by side, you would be hard-pressed to tell which one was which. It took long enough, but the franchise has finally dropped all pretenses that these are new, and have finally injected some desperately needed personality and genuine Super Mario charm. Could this be the ultimate 2D Mario game? Well, you're about to find out in this Mario Wonder review. Let's go! Like every 2D Mario game, Bowser is up to no good, and he's taken over the Flower Kingdom by taking their Wonder Flower, transforming him into a hybrid Bowser Castle abomination. Oh no! As always, it's up to Mario and Luigi to collect a bunch of MacGuffins, Wonder Seeds in this case, so they can free the Flower Kingdom of his domineering rule. Mario and Luigi won't be alone in this. Princess Peach, Princess Daisy, and a couple of Toads, Toadette, 4 differently colored Yoshis, and Nabbit are all playable. Unlike in prior entries, all characters have the same handling and jump physics. The only notable differences are the Yoshis and Nabbit being invulnerable to most enemy attacks, and they can't use power-ups. The trade-off of nigh invulnerability is hardly worth it, because the new power-ups are a lot of fun. By now, everyone knows about the elephant transformation. Pachyderm form gives the gangs massive girth and weight, which can affect some obstacles. Being able to store water in the trunk is useful for moments when you need to move water to extinguish some hot, heaty flames or to water a dry plant for some collectibles. The Bubble Flower may seem slow and lame at first, but it may be one of the more technical power-ups in a 2D Mario game. Bubbles can absorb most small foes, but the real fun of the bubbles is how they can be used to extend jumps, since characters can bounce off of them. These can be used to bypass some of the tricky areas in the right hands. In addition to power-ups, there are badges, which are how players will be able to express their playstyle. While there are a couple that may be considered situational, like the Dolphin Kick badge that boosts underwater swimming, most of the badges give a passive ability. Some also lean into a player's preference for certain power-ups, like a badge that turns all power-ups into a drill hat. Some of the ability badges are the playstyles of how some Mario characters used to play. There's a floaty high jump badge that makes the wearer have Luigi's playability. The parachute cap is functionally like Princess Peach's glide power. The crouching high jump was an ability from Super Mario Bros. 2. There's even a badge for double jumping. Badges can also make the gameplay harder, like the badge that makes the player character invisible, or the badge that makes them uncontrollably fast. Being able to switch these out also adds a lot of replay value, since many of these dramatically change the way you approach a level. The worlds and levels of Super Mario Bros. Wonder are by far some of the most inventive and creative ideas ever put into a Mario game. There is almost no telling what you're going to see next, because ideas are rarely reused, and this keeps the gameplay's variety unbelievably high. Sometimes you'll want to keep playing just to see what wonder will throw at you next. The Wonder Seeds are Super Mario Bros. Wonder's main event. Every main stage has a Wonder Seed, and sometimes they can be a little hidden to find. Once acquired, it is like taking a swig from Hunter Thompson's brown bottle. This effectively transforms the entire level into a bonus game, and the game never does the same thing twice. The effects of the Wonder Seeds can dramatically change the gameplay, like transforming into a helpless Goomba or a sticky blob that can crawl on walls or round surfaces. Other times, the Wonder effects can lead to absurd things like a musical number full of piranha plants. In the airship stages, the Wonder effect summons Bowser to begin sniping the player. In rare instances, the gameplay changes to a top-down POV. Why would anyone want to subject themselves to these hallucinations? Because earning Wonder Seeds is how players progress through the overworld and unlock new areas. Stages will always give the player at least 1 seed for completing it, but activating the Wonder effects and making it through the challenge earns an extra seed. Some stages can be beaten in other ways and have hidden exits, which is also another seed earned. These moments are very imaginative, and also always visually striking. Nintendo always had some influences from Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass and Alice in Wonderland, but these influences in Super Mario Bros. Wonder have never been more apparent. It's disappointing when Super Mario Bros. Wonder shortchanges players with the small break time levels that don't bring on the wonder. These stages are usually much shorter and are often repeated throughout the world. These can be in the form of a race with a wriggler, or a puzzle-like area where players have to find hidden blocks. At other times, there are short stages that serve as badge challenges, requiring players to use a specific badge. All of the short stages are generally more straightforward, and while none of them are necessarily bad, it's surprising to find that a significant portion of them makes up almost half of Super Mario Bros. Wonder's nearly 80 levels. Worse yet, there are some stages where a Poplin will just hand over a free seed without having to do anything. The world map in Super Mario Bros. Wonder has also made dramatic improvements. The maps used to just be a visual representation of a stage select screen, which it technically still is, but everything in Wonder has to be imaginative, and the map is no exception. It has taken on some Metroidvania-like qualities now, and players are free to play stages out of order. The graphics in Super Mario Bros. Wonder are among the sharpest and most polished ever realized in a 2D platformer. In certain shots, it doesn't even resemble a video game, but rather resembles concept art. The characters are more expressive and lively than ever before, and this nuance in the animation can be attributed to some cheeky smudge frames and stretching techniques typically seen in CGI animated films. The polished visuals play a crucial role in the interplay between sound design and gameplay. The audible feedback during platforming, when combined with the physics, handling, and animation, creates a harmonious experience. This harmony is at the core of what makes any good 2D platformer, not just Super Mario. This kind of attention to detail isn't limited to small flourishes. They extend to gameplay's imaginative levels and catchy music. The new voices for Mario and Luigi take some getting used to. Martinet can't be the voice of the plumbers forever, and this change was inevitable. Mario sounds younger and higher pitched than he ever sounded, but he sounds like Mario. Super Mario Bros. Wonder is bursting at the seams with personality and details. Small touches like the facial expressions of enemies are gratuitous and don't enhance the gameplay, but they enhance the experience. It's because of these details that make Super Mario Bros. Wonder more meaningful and enjoyable than any of the last Super Mario games since Yoshi's Island on Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
What a shame it would be if you didn't like and subscribe. Maybe if you shared this video, Command might let me review more cool and interesting games.